Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Malik Khalid alias Captain Soil. I live in Casablanca in Morocco. I am a volunteer with Isha Yoga Center in India to support the Safe Soil movement because some scientists are saying that today desertification is growing in the world at an alarming speed. Every 5 seconds the surface area of a soccer pitch on agricultural land becomes sand. At this pace, we only have 40 to 50 years left of agricultural soil, then there will be a global food crisis. To mitigate this issue, Sadhguru launched the Safe Soil movement and made policies that need to be signed and adopted by all countries of the world. These policies call for a minimum of 3 to 6% of organic matter in the soil to ensure people's good health. I do challenges to support this movement and raise people's awareness about this topic. I've started recently a new challenge which consists of running every day at 6 a.m. for 365 days for 1 year. Today is the 11th day. Are you ready, guys? Let's get started. Let's do this again. Save soil, let's make it happen. 52% of agricultural soils in the world are already degraded. They're already in the desertification stage. Desertification leads to 6 global issues. 1. Food crisis. 2. Water scarcity. 3. Loss of biodiversity. 4. Climate change. 5. Loss of livelihood. And 6. Conflicts and migrations. Let's see them in detail. For food crisis, it is estimated that in 20 years, 40% less food is predicted to be produced for a population of 9.3 billion people. There will be more people and less food. This doesn't sound good. As Sadhguru said, this is not a world you want to live in. And right now, approximately 2 billion people in the world suffer already from nutrition deficiencies, which leads to multitude of diseases. We're already in the trouble, but this is just the beginning. As time goes by, there will be more and more problems. For the second global issue, which is water scarcity, depleted soils cannot absorb and regulate water flows, which leads to water scarcity, droughts and floods. Organic matter can hold up to 90% of its weight in water and release it slowly over time. This is a big help in drought-prone areas. The third global issue is the loss of biodiversity. During the last 30 years, 80% of the biomass insects living in the soil are gone. Approximately 27,000 species of life forms are going extinct every year. This is a genocide. Billions of microorganisms are going extinct per year. It is said that 1 spoon of topsoil contains more microorganisms than humans on the planet. And these biomass insects living in the soil are responsible for the vitamins and nutrients present in our food, in the fruits and vegetables. So, as there are less and less biomass insects in the soil, the food is becoming poorer and poorer. This is why our children they are weaker than us. They have a weaker immune system. They fall sick very often, and they are weaker. They don't grow. It's because soil depletion. It's because this depletion in the nutrients and vitamins, which is due to the soil extinction. The fourth global issue is climate change. Carbon dioxide stored in soil is 3 times that in the living plants and 2 times that in the atmosphere. Soil is very crucial for carbon sequestration, and we need to stop this soil extinction. The more and more soil is depleted, the more and more carbon dioxide will be released in the air, which will lead to increase the global warming and the climate change problems. The fifth global issue is the loss of livelihood. Globally, 74% of the poor are directly affected by desertification. Thousands of farmers are committing suicide. It is estimated that soil extinction is costing the world up to $10.6 trillion per year. Only problems. The sixth global issue is conflicts and migration. Land issues have played a significant role in over 90% of the major wars and conflicts in Africa since 1990. The growth of the population and the scarcity of food and water will cause approximately 1 billion people to migrate to other regions and countries by 2050. From the French Revolution to the Arab Spring, the high price of food have been a major factor in global protests and revolutions. What happened in the past may happen also in the future. The history is repeating itself because there is a lack of human consciousness. This generation, our generation, must be the generation restoration for soil. This global nonsense must stop with us. We should pass the soil to the next generation in a way good health than what we received from our ancestors, because they were not aware. They didn't have the awareness, the technology, the telecommunication, the internet that we have today. We have no excuses to let the problems continue over the time. We need to stop it. We need to be aware. It's now or never. If we wait again for some few years, we'll reach a non-return point. And it will be impossible to restore the soil. Let's act now while we still can. If you haven't joined the movement, the Save Soil movement, I invite you to join us, because we need your voice to speak about soil. We need to change the narratives. We need people to be aware that everything that you see, not only food, but everything comes from the soil. Soil is the source of all life. Most people think that the source of food is the supermarkets. No, the source of food and the source of everything is the soil. Let's be aware of this. Let's do the necessary changes. while we still can. It's possible. If we act together, we will change the world. If every one of us starts acting separately, nothing will happen, because this is a negative world. This is a negative matrix. We've all been programmed. We have been programmed since childhood to have a negative mindset. Because the mind, your mind, is the most powerful weapon on this planet. There are some wicked people in positions of power. They're parts of the hidden societies, such as the Illuminati, the Freemason, and Yale. These hidden societies, these hidden families control 99% of the wealth, of the global wealth, and 99% of people share the 1% remaining. We need to do a radical change. This bunch of people are controlling the masses by controlling their minds. Yes, I will explain to you how. As I said, the mind is the most powerful weapon on this planet. So your mind has the power, the potential to create. You were not sent here to be a slave, and this is the modern slavery. In the past, we could see chains, iron chains, holding back people's legs and arms, and today the chains have become invisible. This is the modern slavery. The slavery also gets advanced. It gets evolutionized. This is the slavery evolution. The chains now are in the head of people. People are still co-creatives. They're still creative beings, but their potential has been drastically limited to almost nothing by this programming, negative programming. So now most people create very small things, which is this negative matrix on which we live in, this modern slavery system. This is not acceptable. We need to change this. We need to change everything. We need to change this programming that has been put in us. Our imagination has been hijacked by the matrix. They have stolen our destiny and future by controlling our minds. This doesn't have to continue anymore. Let's stop it with us. They have programmed us. So now we have an imagination which is very negative, very narrowed, very limited. We have scarcity mindset. Nothing is worse than having a scarcity mindset, which means that you will live in misery and poverty for the rest of your life as long as you keep holding this paradigm. Paradigm has the power of hypnosis over us. Most people are under hypnosis of the paradigm, which is influencing their two superpowers. Every human has superpowers, the power of speech and the power of choice. Now people are speaking and are choosing things that which are not working for themselves, for the good of themselves and the future generation and animals and nature in general. We need to change the paradigm so that we can change our lives, the results of our lives. And why imagination? It's because imagination is the future. Most people think that the future is something unknown. And why these hidden societies, these members of the hidden societies, why are they successful? It's because they have something that we don't have. It's not money, it's not the resources, it's the knowledge. Because knowledge is power. They say knowledge is power. And Jim Rohn said applied knowledge is true power. Now I will give you the knowledge and I will inspire you to apply it so that you become truly powerful, to change your life for the better. Albert Einstein said, imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. And what's the life's coming attractions? It's what you attract to yourself. It's the future. So imagination controls the future. You don't attract to yourself what you want and what you desire. You attract to yourself what you are. You have a frequency. You are a frequency. You are a value. This value is what you attract to yourself. Alike attracts alike. You attract your frequency. So, in order for you to have something new, you need to change you. You need to change your frequency. What determines the frequency of a human being? It's what you consume in order of food of the mind and food of the body. So you need to do radical changes in your diet and in your mindset. This is all about control. This programming since childhood, since you had no chance to fight back because you were unconscious, a kid. To start a war against a kid, you must be a child of the devil, because the devil is a coward. The children of the devil are cowards also. This is why these hidden people are hiding like cowards in hidden societies, such as the Illuminati, the Freemason, and the Yale. These all bunches, it's not they consider themselves elites. Yes, they're elites. They are the elites of the coward people on the planet, hiding themselves there, wearing masks during their reunions and meetings, because they are too ashamed to look at their faces between them, because of the crimes they have committed against children, people, animals, nature, everything. It is all about control. They want to control everything. Do you know that they are controlling the oxygen that we breathe? How they are controlling the oxygen? It's by building non-healthy desks and chairs for the kids at school. School is like a military. First, it trains only the left part of the brain, so most people are handicapped. They don't exercise the right part, the creative part, the emotional part. People are like robots, logical only. They're handicapped, living by half. You can't be fulfilled and achieve your dreams by being half a human being. You need to be whole. You cannot be fulfilled and happy and joyful by living by your half potential. You need everything. So, and the quantity of oxygen we breathe have been controlled because our back, the spine, is not adjusted. It has been distorted with time, with this way of sitting. The solution is to practice yoga. Yoga is the best sport. It will help to align the body again with the universe. This whole thing is made to disalign the body, because once your body is aligned, you have a right posture. Your power of manifestation is great because you are in tune with the universal laws. But once your body is distorted, is disaligned with the universal laws, you lose your power. And you have, with this bending, most people are bent like this. They are not straight. Their back is not straight. This bending reduces the quantity of oxygen that enters into your lungs. Your lungs doesn't open completely. Besides, the cutting of trees is lowering the level of oxygen in the atmosphere. So you are consuming less and less oxygen and less quantity of it. This is all about control, because the narcissist craves two things: attention and control. Most importantly, control. The narcissist wants to win, an easy win over you, which is by knowing your actions and moves. So most people are predictable. We have been predictable. They know what we will do, what we will choose by the programming they have put in our minds. Now, and you have a back pain as a bonus as a result of this bending. So much misery has been put on us. And the control, the next level, is the control of the food. As I mentioned earlier, by depleting the soil more and more, by killing the biomass insects, we're reducing the level of vitamins and nutrients present in fruits and vegetables. I'm sure that you have noticed that the taste of fruits when you were a kid, they were sweet, juicy, and now they are no more like that. They are bitter and no more juicy, they're hard. It's because of lack of nutrients and vitamins in it. This leads to a weak immune system. Yes, this bunch of people are thriving when your immune system is weak, because the third global industries, the first industries in the world are, the first one is armaments, weaponry, the military. The second is alcohol and cigarettes and tara. The third one is big pharma, the pharmaceutical, the medicines. When you have a shop, you need customers. Who is the customer? It's me and you. This is why when your immune system is weak, you will go to search for medicines. We need to wake up. The world, you need to wake up. We need to wake up to these things. This is nonsense. The three first industries in the world shows the case of humanity today. We are extremely violent. We are extremely intoxicated, not even aware, and we are extremely sick physically and mentally. No wonder you see so much sickness. The hospitals are full by sick people, but people who are outside the hospitals are even more sick. The mental illness, the mental disabilities and unstableness is growing fast in the world, and this will get worse and worse over the time. More people will be more and more mentally ill. More and more psychopaths are born every day, which means that the more there are psychopaths, the more suffering there will be. A psychopath only needs only knows suffering and misery. And we have psychopaths in the position of leaderships. This is why we need to be aware and conscious, so that we replace the psychopaths in the position of leaderships by philanthropists and humanitarians. This is the only way. And for this, you need to change the narrative. Now when you open your mouth to speak, you only speak about the paradigm that they have been put in you. It's better to shut up. Because when you speak, this is called spelling. You have superpowers. When you speak, what you speak becomes a reality. You are a creator. You are a co-creator. When you speak, you need to speak your desires. You need to know who you are. You need to be true to yourself. You need to honor your feelings and emotions. They're like GPS. They're there to guide you, to show you on which road you must go. Honor your feelings. Go where there is peace and joy for you, and not where there is suffering and energy vampires. Cut the toxic people from your life. This is all about control and the control of imagination by controlling the stream media, the news. The news is only negative, showing us images because we think in terms of images. So when you see these images of people crying, people suffering, they show us wars in the Middle East, wars in Russia and Ukraine. We don't need these things. We see these things every day. This keeps feeding the negative paradigm that we already have. Now, as we know that this matrix is negative, let's see some solutions. And let's see who you are. If you don't know who you are, you need to meditate until you find a solution, a definition of who you are. You can start with this definition. You are the hero of your own life. Start by this. So now, let's change the negative paradigm, which is the victimhood mentality. You are not a victim, you are powerful. This is why they have started a war against you since you were a kid. Because you are dangerous as a person. You have dreams, you have ideas, you have creativity inside of you. They want to kill it before it grows. This is why they have programmed you. Know who you are. You are a co-creator. You are a powerful human being. You were made in God's image. The soul is from the God. This body and mind are just tools. They are not you. You are not the body. You are not the mind. You have a body. You have a mind. You are a soul. You are a spirit. You are a spirit sent here on this planet to have a physical experience. Now in physics they're talking about the quantum physics. They don't see it, they only feel it. It's magic. What is this? It's the spiritual realm, the spiritual universe. The physical universe is secondary. The primary is the spiritual universe, which is the quantum physics. So the spirit is real. It's more real than the physical. Now, in the physical, we are dreaming. When we die, we wake up. Anyway, you have the power to create this dream. This is just a play of energy. When you change your energy, when you change your frequency, you will change your reality. When you change the way you look at yourself, what you believe about yourself, what you believe about the world. When you change these things, your reality will change. This is how much powerful you are. You are so powerful that you can create anything you believe. As Napoleon Hill said, the writer of the very famous book, Think and Grow Rich, he said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. Regardless of anything, we don't care if it's possible or impossible, because what's possible for you is impossible for another person, and vice versa. And what's impossible for you is possible for another person. It only depends on the beliefs. It is said that someone's magic is another man's making. Sadhguru said, what is possible and what is not possible is not your business. It is nature's business. What is your business is to strive for what you want. Yes, you can see in nature, and nature is the first school in life. Nature has found solutions to every problem, medical problem, advanced technology problem. Anything that you can imagine is there in nature. Anti-gravity technology is present in some insects. So those who don't believe in levitation and people can fly, yes, it's possible. Human beings have the potential to even fly, to do impossible things by the power of the mind. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, what lies behind you and what lies in front of you are tiny matters to what lies within you. What lies within you. Jesus Christ said, the kingdom of God is within you. Les Brown, the American coach of personal development, said, there is greatness within you. The French coach of personal development, David Laroche, said, il y a de la magie en toi, which means there is magic in you. These are not small people, these are the greatest people, and they're saying that you are great too. As the American writer Mark Twain said, keep away from people who belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you too can become great. You can become great. You are already great. It's just that you don't know it yet. You're allowing small people to define you. Don't allow small people to define you. Define yourself. Start, because we have been programmed to be negative. Start by building a good relationship with yourself. Do the exercise of Louise Hay. She distributed mirrors in her seminars to the participants and said to them, look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, I love you. Make it a habit. Every time you look at yourself in the mirror, say to yourself, I love you. I know it can be challenging at first. We are not accustomed to say this. The first impression we have when we look at ourselves in the mirror, we want to slap ourselves. This is how big our self-hatred is. You can start by saying to yourself, hello Khalid, how are you today? And start building this. Make it a habit. Start building positive relationships with yourself. And slowly over time, you will gain more and more confidence. You will become more and more calm, more and more relaxed. Relax with yourself. And then you go to, after a few months, you go to the I love you exercise. This self-love will grow and it will reach other creatures. It will reach nature, planets, animals, people. This is what we need in the world today. We need more love. As Bob Marley said in one of his songs, we don't need more trouble. What we need is love. And love begins with the self. You cannot give something that you don't have. When I see people in position of leadership promising peace to countries, signing contracts of peace, they don't have peace. Most of these leaders are narcissists, and narcissist doesn't have peace. It knows only wars and conflicts and insecurities. So they cannot give something that they don't have. With all the goodwill in the world, they don't have it. It's not that they don't want, they don't have it. And we, the people, we need to choose people who have it, who have what it takes to be a leader, and put them in the position of leadership so that they can take care of everyone and they can take care of the peace and the food for everyone, the good life of people. Because the leaders are there just to fulfill the people's demands. This is what democracy means. You can do this. You can do this. And remember, I'm just talking about my own experience. I'm not asking anybody to do anything. And before you do any change in your diet or in your daily routine, you must consult a doctor or a specialist. I'm not a specialist, I'm not a doctor. I'm just talking about myself. I am 100% vegan because I knew that what we consume determines our frequency. So I changed my diet over time. Slowly, I have become vegetarian. First, I have stopped eating meat because meat, alcohol and cigarettes contain 0 angstroms, the unity of vibration. And you need more vibration, more angstroms to change your life for the better. So I've got the meat. I've started eating fish because fish is you can eat fish to begin with because you don't have to eat those animals who are close to the human being in terms of evolution, the evolution scale. Fish are so far away because what you eat is interaction with you. It has the power over you. It can change you. If you eat mammals, which is not allowed at all, you are taking their emotions. These are evolution people, animals, and when you consume them, you're consuming their energies. And these animals have been slaughtered. They have felt immense fear. They're smart, they're intelligent, they felt fear and anxiety. And this fear and anxiety, before that, is energy, and you're taking it, and it becomes yours. And their behavior also, you take some parts of their behavior in you. So this is part of the programming, to make people stay in the lower vibrations, to stay like a human, an animal, because we have 7 chakras. The 3 first chakras are animal chakras, the instinct. We see most people think about food and sex only, and this is what an animal thinks about. We are not just animals, we are people, we have humanity, we have emotions, we have higher mental faculties such as intuition, imagination, empathy, perception, intelligence, reason. This is what we need to feed, not the lower chakras. When you see something free on the internet, know that there is a trick. When you see something free, because nothing is free in this negative matrix. If you see something free, know that you are the product. You are the product. When you see a free website of porn, this means that it is there to destroy you. Yes, it's there to destroy you, because for a human body to produce sexual cells, they are which costs the most energy to the body, more than the brain cells and the heart and the vital organs. And when you keep masturbating and fornicating and losing this energy, the body just keeps replacing them, reproducing them. And instead of using this energy to be creative, to build your own business, to have new ideas, inspiring ideas, to get to action, what you do is you masturbate and you lose your energy and you remain the same, hoping in the position of hopelessness. They have studied our mentality, our physiology, our body. They know us more than we know ourselves. So you need to stop these practices and start doing some semen retention and holding yourself from being sexually driven. And to help you, you need to do some fasting, because there is a relationship between tongue and genital parts. When you stop eating, this will help you to stop the sexual desire also. Most religions talk about the benefits of fasting. It controls the sexual desire and it detoxificates the body. It's good. Start by your own rhythm. Go slowly. Be wise, be smart, be strategical. When you go to work for a company, don't just be there. Have a plan. The company has plans. Have a plan too. Your plan. Work according to yourself, because if you don't have vision, if you don't have goals, if you don't have dreams, you will be exploited by those who have them. They will not have any remorse to do so. You need to take care of yourself. You need to raise your vibrations. Fruits contain 10,000 angstroms. Raw vegetables contain 8,000 angstroms. Cooked vegetables contain 6,000 angstroms. This is more than the 0 angstroms contained in meat and alcohol and cigarettes. Change your frequency to change your reality. And remember what Confucius said: it doesn't matter how slowly you go, as long as you don't stop this journey, this marathon, because life is a marathon. It's not a race. This will not happen overnight. There is a season to reap. There is a season to sow and there is a season to reap. Now we are reaping what they have sown in our minds since we were kids. This miserable life, this life of poverty and scarcity mindset, victimhood mindset. And now we need to reprogram ourselves by our own, by choosing to whom to listen to, what to read, what to watch. Watch these things. Be careful. Make your own researches on the internet on how to improve your life, how to raise your frequency. I wish you the best. I love you guys. I thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for your time, for your attention. And I'll see you tomorrow. This is Captain Soil speaking. Save soil. Let's make it happen. Salute.